Hello and welcome to the Spiritual Centre. I'm Sonia Parker and alongside me is Bruce Clifton. Today we're going to show you how to use the pendulum.
The tool that we're using is a pendulum, and what it does is it reveals a natural truth. It reveals the truth. So depending on how you ask the question and the correct question asked, it will give you the truth of the question you are asking. Now before you do that, what we need to do is we need to establish what language. We need to understand the language of the pendulum. So very quickly, just by holding the pendulum between thumb and forefinger, allowing the index finger to rest over the top. Allow the pendulum to settle, and we're going to ask the pendulum, show me the answer for yes. And almost straight away my pendulum moves clockwise.
And mine moves up and down.
So what we're going to do now is just settle the pendulum, just allow it to settle. We're going to ask it a second question. We're going to ask it, show me the answer for no. And almost straight away there's movement with the pendulum, and my pendulum is moving anti-clockwise.
And mine is moving from side to side.
So we've established a language for the pendulum. There's a few things that the pendulum might do. It might jump, so it might make the cord vibrate. So it doesn't necessarily have to move. If it refuses to answer a question, it just won't move. It will just remain stationary, and you will feel it. You will feel a resistance.
Okay, there's 3 questions that we need to ask before we do any kind of dowsing work. And those 3 questions are, should I, can I, and may I? And if there is a reason why you shouldn't be asking about that particular subject at that moment, your pendulum will say no and you should stop because it isn't the right time for asking. Also, you need to be careful about what questions you ask, because if you're going to ask if your next door neighbour is having an affair, that's none of your business, so you won't be able to dowse about that. You should get the answer no. Also, if you ask, is my husband going to leave me, you'll probably get a yes because he's going out the door to work in half an hour. So you need to be very careful about how you phrase your questions to the pendulum. It's always good to start with something that you know the answer to, like your name or something similar like that. And when you've got your pendulum, you just say, is my name Sonia? And hopefully I will get a yes, which I've got straight away.
So using the pendulum as a tool of truth. So we understand that there's certain questions that we can ask. There's certain questions that we can't ask. Now, using the should I ask the question, can I ask the question, may I ask the question. So just using that philosophy, the pendulum will serve you well and will serve you true.
You can use it for absolutely anything in your life, everything that you do on a daily basis. Even if it's something you should buy, like a new car, what make should you buy? Should you go out to a certain place? Should you be going out with a certain person? You can ask your pendulum the answers to any question you want that's specifically about you. Remember, it's questions about you and your journey, and you should have a lovely rapport with your pendulum. Okay, I'd like to thank you for joining us today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also visit our websites. I'm at thespiritualcentre.net and Bruce is at thespiritualcentre.com. We do have workshops. If you're interested, please contact us and let us know. Thank you for joining us.